Why the Jedi are responsible for the rise of the Sith and the fall of the Republic. Firstly, the Jedi fought through many wars with the Sith, causing the Sith to be diluted in their strength. Darth Bane invented the Rule of Two to keep the Sith afloat. The Rule of Two was a Sith philosophy based on strengthening the Sith. There were only two Sith at any time, a master to embody the dark side and an apprentice to crave it. The master trained the apprentice with everything they knew. They would fight to the death. The winner would pick a new apprentice, gradually having stronger and stronger dark side users. Due to the Rule of Two, the Jedi became more arrogant, as they believed that they were the sole users of the Force left. Shortly after Dooku's departure from the Jedi Order, he warned Obi-Wan that the Senate was under the control of a Sith Lord, Darth Sidious. The Jedi did nothing after hearing about this revelation for a number of reasons. They first believed it was a trick. They believed Dooku was trying to cause inner turmoil within the Republic. Due to their arrogance and hubris at the time, the Jedi believed that they would have sensed a dark side user, let alone a Sith Lord. Even if they had taken this warning seriously, they would have needed the Senate's approval, which would have been next to impossible. Whether it be for personal reasons or out of spite of the Jedi Order, after all, the Jedi served the Senate, not the other way around. Many senators hated the Jedi, as they solved problems on homeworlds, but not the way they wanted. Only two Jedi took this warning seriously, a master and his Padawan. They found a way to go around the Senate's hatred and distrust of the Order. They believed approaching the Supreme Chancellor, Palpatine, would help them investigate the Senate. They told him that to persuade the Senate, he should take the midichlorian blood test first, lead by example. It's not fully explained why they didn't tell the Jedi Order before going to Palpatine. It is most likely due to the directness that they would have had in asking as opposed to the broadness of telling the Jedi Council. On a semi-unrelated note, upon hearing about their plan, he told them he'd think about it. Soon after, he secretly warned Dooku of a Republic attack on a distant planet and ordered to destroy all Republic forces, including Jedi. When the battle happened, the Jedi were caught completely off guard and were attacked by 5 times the number of forces believed to be there. They were all killed, and with it, their plans of uncovering the Sith Lord and the Senate. The Jedi were unprepared for the return of the Sith. Even soon after the crisis on Naboo, the Jedi were always one step behind the Sith. They weren't only unable to predict their actions, but were pawns in their game. After seemingly wiping out the Sith, the Jedi, rather than teaching understanding of the Sith, instead chose to prevent another rise of the Sith, leaving them unprepared for when they did return. The Jedi were peacekeepers, not generals and commanders. Before the Clone Wars, this was easily observed. Even part of the Jedi Code was, there is no chaos, only harmony. The Jedi's lack of skill in war is proven at the Battle of Geonosis. There were approximately 200 Jedi present at the battle. They led the clones with a minimal skill and as a result, only left with about 30 Jedi remaining. Interestingly enough, Palpatine gave the order to fight there. The Jedi willingly followed his orders, believing that the best way to bring peace back was through war and violence. The Jedi hid the re-emergence of the Sith from the galaxy, allowing the Sith to grow unstoppably, until they found out it was too late. Their mistreatment of Anakin was the final nail in the Jedi's coffin. Instead of having him as a regular Jedi, they pushed him toward Palpatine. They sensed the problem with Palpatine, but when they discovered what it was too late. Their distrust of Anakin, mostly by Windu and other council members, led to him leaning toward Palpatine's side. When Windu finally took action toward Palpatine, Anakin, instead of finding a dying enemy, found a friend being attacked by a master, leading him to join the Sith and soon after, the Empire. Shortly after all this happened, the Jedi Purge began, killing almost all, with about a 1% survival rate. Only about 100 lived. Of them, only a handful of notable ones. Anakin and the clones killed almost all of them. The Jedi Order had truly fallen. And as of now, seemingly has no chance of returning to its former glory. Let us know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more content. And may the Force be with you.